this is the hospital where I think, yeah, reception.
Hello, I'm looking for Ann Sheppard's room.
Please sign the visitor's book. Are you a member of the family?
Yeah, you could say that.
Oh, she'll be pleased to have a visitor. No one ever comes to see her. With the Alzheimer's, she has trouble remembering things, but it'll still please her.
What is her name? Dolores.
It's
what?
room 19 at the end of the corridor.
Thank
Her
you.
name is Dolores Laz. Thank you, Miss Dolores. Okay. Going to Ann Sheppard's room. Claimed to be the mother of the origami killer. Okay. I like how the white noise is coming here. There you are, 19. Going to explore here for a bit.
Hello, Mrs. Sheppard.
Is it time for my pills already?
No, Mrs. Sheppard,
They're never on time with my pills. I don't know what they do here. In the other hospital, they were always on time. But here,
Okay. I'm a good girl.
My name is Madison Page.
Going to introduce myself.
I'm a journalist. I'd like to ask you some questions about your son.
I don't like this hospital. The food isn't very good, you know.
Wow, so many questions. Okay.
You had a son named John, and John had a
That's
twin
correct.
brother.
Do you have my pills? It's time for my pills.
Your fixation in pills are just too much.
Do you remember John?
My Johnny. He is a good little boy, you know.
Okay. How
Your
about the
other
second
son, Mrs. Sheppard, John's twin brother. What was his name?
What other son? I have no other son. I never had any children.
Oh my god. I feel bad for having an Alzheimer.
Mrs. Sheppard, your son may be linked to a series of murders. Perhaps you have some information that could help the investigation.
Are you a new nurse? Where are my pills?
Where are my pills? Pills, pills. Pills here.
I think your son is in trouble, Mrs. Sheppard. He's done some terrible things. I need to find him. Do you understand?
Terrible things you're telling me. He never came to see me, can you believe it? In 10 years, never. No one forgets their mother, do they?
Carnaby Square. Oh, I remember this.
I know what happened at Carnaby Square. Do you remember?
Carnaby Square. I think I used to live there a long time ago. We didn't have much money at the time, you know. We had to make do with very little.
Try to remember, Mrs. Sheppard. John's twin brother was placed with a foster family after the accident. What was the name of the foster family?
I asked them for a television, you know. They said I didn't have enough money. It's a pity. I'm fond of television.
Oh, everybody funds television. Yeah, during early, 1999 to 2000, somewhere between those years, people don't, some of the people don't really have access from the internet just to watch streaming series, movies. Unlike today, you can just go to the internet and stream some movies or series that you want. Television before is just too good. But I have to admit, I don't really watch television now because, like I said, there's already internet, so you can just simply go to the website and then stream what you want, anytime, anywhere. Depends if your network is not that really effed up. What the fuck? I love how Madison's eye suggests she lacks of sleep. Look at her eyes. What is she looking at? Oh, there. Oh.
Did you make these origami figures?
My little paper animals. They played with them for hours. I showed my boys how to make them, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yes, your boys, Mrs. Sheppard. John and... what was your other son's name again?
Boys.
My other son? I only had one son. My little Johnny.
Wow. Oh no. Okay, let's find some...
You don't seem to get many flowers, Mrs. Sheppard.
No, but I love them. My son knows that I love flowers. I know he'll bring me some.
Everybody loves flowers. Who doesn't? Oh, a photo.
Are these your children, Mrs. Sheppard? John and his brother? Is that them?
They're good little boys. Their father never looked after them. Always drinking. They didn't have an easy life, you know.
Bad. So sad.
This woman might be the origami killer's mother. Must be some way to get her to remember.
Key points.
Seems to be working. She's remembering stuff. Gotta find something else to show her.
Okay. Then let's go out. Maybe we can find something that she can probably remember. Let's go ask. There's a nurse over here. There she is.
Does Mrs. Sheppard ever talk about her past?
It's not all very clear to her now. Sometimes she'll remember the oddest things, though. I suppose if she sees something that reminds her of her past.
Did she ever mention her sons?
Sons? Well, she often mentions John. I think he drowned.
Does she ever talk about her other son?
I didn't know she had another one. I've never heard her mention it.
I'm looking for her other son. He was adopted. I mean, he's probably changed his name. Is there any official documentation on Mrs. Sheppard?
No, there's nothing really. Nothing about her family. I guess if her son was adopted, then she's the only one who could tell you about that. Sometimes, if you show her things, it seems to trigger a memory from her past. You might get it to remember.
Thanks for the advice.
Thank you, lady. Now, which is which? Anything that can trigger her memory. Yeah, flower. An orchid. I got some flowers for you, Mrs. Sheppard. I hope you're gonna love it. Gonna set it here.
What a lovely orchid. My sons loved orchids. We used to grow them in the back. When John died, I laid orchids on his grave.
Damn. They really love orchids, aren't they? Alright.
Her memory is coming back. Don't stop now. Just remember.
Yes, this one. This one can also trigger her memory. So we'll have to find the hummingbird, the dog. Okay, so let's fold origami, guys. Okay, another QTE thing. Oh my god. So if you press it for too long, it won't hold up for too long like this. So we'll just have to continuously press the responsive buttons, the respective buttons, the pads. Slowly and surely.
Oh, you know how to do these little dogs too. My children loved origami. I taught them how to do it. John loved the little dogs. He always wanted to call them Max. Max, Max, Max. All dogs with the same name. I was wasting my time telling him they couldn't all have the same name. But he always wanted his paper dogs Max. It's funny, isn't it? I cried when they told me. I'd already lost one of my children, and now they were taking away another one, you understand.
I understand.
The foster family, Mrs. Sheppard. What was the name of the foster family that adopted John's brother?
They were really very nice people. I met them, you know. In the beginning, I used to go and see my little boy. And then I got sick and I couldn't go any longer. Perhaps he thought I'd forgotten him. He must have thought I didn't love him anymore.
No, that ain't true. No kid that can't love a mom.
His name, Mrs. Sheppard. What was his name?
But I loved him. If you only knew how much I missed him.
Please, Anne. His name. What was his name?
I can see her getting impatient now.
Come closer.
That's how you deal with an elderly with Alzheimer's. You have to be very patient. A gasp. The shocking truth just revealed. So, guys, Madison was the first one to know who is the true identity of the origami killer, because she was directed from the mother of the killer, and that's really good.